Then he wanted to do a prove me wrong segment.
Okay, he's telling the truth.
And I'm sitting back saying to myself, well, Negro, who said you were right? So what do you mean prove you wrong?
He's not telling you what we talked about, though. He's telling you that, but he's not talking about what I was talking about in the comment section. He's not dealing with the actual discussion. So I posted something. He basically simply disagreed. And then he got contentious about it. I'm like, well, prove me wrong. Don't just comment and babble. Prove me wrong. If you're saying that I'm lying, then prove it wrong. That's what you do in debates. That's what you do when you have a contentious subject. You prove the person wrong. You don't just say you're lying and then walk away. You don't just say you don't know the scriptures and then walk away. Prove me wrong. I gave him the opportunity where I would be on the show and he can come at me with whatever. He can come at me with whatever. And the only thing I would do is just stand my ground and hold my faith. I won't even retaliate. See, in a debate, I'm not debating just to talk. I would debate to win. Right? I keep getting these phone calls. He didn't want to do it. As far as I'm concerned, that was a gift. He wanted to debate, so I'm like, okay, fine. Let's call his bluff and let's debate him.
You gotta be right first. And this is that condescending, high-minded attitude that this guy carries. He won't come on Debate Talk for You Radio and debate the champions like a Zadok Ben Israel, a Brother Josh, a LaRon Campbell.
All right, let me stop him right there. First of all, this guy, he's a scrub. Number one. Number two, he doesn't organize debates. Number three, Sal and I have had enough conversations. I've got the emails as proof. I literally asked Sal. Actually, I've never asked Sal to be on the show. I've offered and I've agreed to be on the platform a few times. But there was once I said, listen, I would like, if Bro Josh is willing, I would like to dialogue with him why he believes he's in Hebrew. And why he believes Hebrews are black. Because I don't believe that. I don't see that anywhere in the scriptures. I sent that to Sal. Now, what happened with it, I don't know. He just mentioned Bro Josh's name. Why would I debate Josh? There's no contention between Josh and I. Josh and I haven't had anything we need to debate. He hasn't said anything that I feel I need to debate him on. And I've also made it clear to Sal, and even in comments, that, you know what, I actually would share a platform with Zadok because he has the maturity enough that I can deal with this guy, that I can talk to him and have a deep, meaningful conversation. Well, maybe not deep, but at least it's meaningful and sensible. Christopher Harris is assuming he doesn't have any sort of interaction or involvement in my conversations with Sal. Sal knows the people who I would debate, that I would actually debate. He also knows the type of character that I would share a platform with. People like William Bow, Robert Reed, Rabbi Asher Meeser. These are men. I don't agree with their position, but they are men. They have maturity. They're not little boys like Christopher Harris, all caught up in their emotion, a clear hypocrite, cussing and violating the law, talking about a law they don't know. No, I have standards. Christopher Harris does not meet that standard. I made that clear. I'm not going to share a platform with a fool. I'm not going to do that. I stopped debating fools in 2005. Verified. It's verified.
You know, he won't debate those guys. He won't debate a Judah, not Zurah.
Of course not. Of course not. You know what? There's so many names I can call right now, but it's not about them. And I don't want to offend them. But there are certain people I would not even waste my time. In fact, right now, over in the Hangouts, I ask Sherry, ask Surreal, ask SOC, or Brother Jordan. You can ask all of them right now. I'm actually being challenged to a debate by someone. I'm not going to call his name. And it's like, are you crazy? I'm not going to debate you. It's like, even when just talking to you without effort, we're shutting you down and making your position look silly. Why in the world would I debate Judah? He don't even know what a Christian is, and he babbles so much. The guy just babbles. I mean, he doesn't have anything that catches my attention. And he's not, well, he said champions. He's calling Judah a champion. Well, whatever.
He won't debate them. He won't debate an anonymous Hebrew. He will not debate them.
I don't know who Anonymous Hebrew is.
He won't, damn sure ain't gonna debate a Chris Harris.
Christopher Harris had 3 shots and he ran 3 times. The pathological liar. I told you guys. The whole reason he's doing this is because he was upset because of, he called Judah Nazareth. He was upset because Judah was lying about something. But Chris has been proven to lie, just with me, 9 times. 8 or 9 times. I had them listed out. 8 or 9 times. Sal seen them. In fact, Sal was a victim of one of his pathological lies. He told Sal that, Sal told him that my hot seat was the worst hot seat in Debate Talk for You history. He had the nerve to put that in a text to Surreal. So Sal seen it, Surreal seen it, I've seen it. And he said this. He said it didn't exist while Amayan, him, Sal, and I were on the phone. So even Amayan has heard this guy's pathological lies. The whole reason he's doing this is because he's mad at someone else who he's saying is lying about him. But this guy is a pathological liar. He tells lies deliberately, on purpose, all while pretending to be some sort of holy man. Holy, whatever.
Which I'm calling him out on. And we'll give you the house rules. I'll give you the house rule. I'll make it 2 rounds and I'll stay up late just so you don't have the excuse of you gotta go to sleep.
What? I don't even know what he's talking about. Excuse of me saying I don't have to go to sleep. You're making a sacrifice for me, and you think that does what? Gives you brownie points? Because you think that you're gonna stay up late. Are you challenging are you challenging to a debate again, Christopher Harris? You really think I'm gonna give you 4 opportunities to waste my time?
I'll stay up late just so you don't have the excuse that you have to go to sleep. I'll have the debate at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't know if this guy does drugs or what. There's no way I'm staying out to 4 o'clock for any debate. I don't care who you are. Least of all, some unlearned scrub that depends on Jewish anti-missionary web pages. Least of all, a pathological liar who I know suffers from mental retardation.
And me and Sal can work on that and talk about that.
Even Sal. Sal's got kids. Sal, listen, we work. We're not like you driving some forklift late at night. We work. 4 o'clock in the morning and then go to work at 8 at 9?
I'll stay up late for you.
Debate's not even... Why is this guy doing this video? Debates are not even on the table. You had your shots. You ran 3 times. Sal was a witness. Surreal was a witness. 2 different occasions. The other time was just you on YouTube talking about you're gonna debate me, and I said, well, okay, fine, here I am. You want to debate? Let's do it. You never followed through. In fact, the very first time you said something to me, the very first time you said, come get this work. So technically, you've challenged me to a debate at this point, this very second, at least 5 times. At least 5 times. 3 times when I took you, I didn't even take you seriously, but 3 times when I called your bluff, you ran for the hills. So, Christopher Harris, I still have the emails. See, that's what silly people like you don't seem to understand. Even ignorant cults like Jehovah's Witness, Catholics, when you put stuff in writing, that stuff comes back to bite you. I still have your text messages you sent to Surreal. I still have the emails. You challenged 3 times. And 3 times, I called your bluff, and you ran for the hills.
And if you can't stay up late, we'll make it 2 rounds, a quick 5-minute Q&A, and then we go straight to the callers.
And the callers. He wants the callers to stay up to 4 o'clock. First of all, what's the point of this video? Oh, he said it's a call out. What's that? A call out to me to debate? Come on, dude. You've got to be kidding.
And you can run back to the UK. When you done hang up the phone, run to the UK, and I'll answer all the callers' questions for them.
Not in the UK.
Because that's what I'm known for doing. Answering all my questions accurately, according to the book.
His own judge and jury. That's what he says.
Where you answer it according to your heart.
Examples, please.
And the book tells you the heart is wicked above all things.
And that makes your heart what? Exempt? Fool.
Blessed be the man that trusteth in the Most High, and not maketh man the strength of his arm. I had to paraphrase that. So like I said, you can take that debate. That's an easy debate for you. And I've met all your demands. 2 rounds, 15 minutes, Q&A, callers call in. And then you can hang up the phone, run, and go eat your tea and crumpets.
What am I supposed to say to that? Eat my tea and crumpets. First it's go to Africa and with a gun and a Bible and say accept Jesus and die. Now it's tea and crumpets. And then before that it was go back to the UK. Who told him I was from the UK? I'll put $1 million up to anybody's face right now that can prove I'm from the UK. British territories aren't just the UK. Again, the guy is just full of assumptions. He's full of delusions. He's full of imaginations. This is what David said. Why do the heathen rage and imagine vain things?
Because you're the worst type of Christian there is. You eliminate an entire part of the book and say it's all about this right here.
Example, please. Because I've been reading the Bible since I was a preteen. Probably before you were born. What part of the Bible did I ever in my life eliminate other than the pseudepigrapha and apocrypha? What part of the Bible did I eliminate?
And I can go through this in this book, the New Testament, and show you where you make your mistakes at.
You make claims. Well, I'd like to see you try.
I dare you to run to the book of Acts, where Peter said all the Gentiles got to do is keep this law. I'll show you what Peter was talking about.
Here we go again with the imaginations. He dares me to do something that him and I have never even talked about. Listen, Christopher Harris, you don't imagine foolish stuff and then tell somebody to do something unless they've actually done it, unless they've actually said it. In a debate, I would rake you like leaves right now. That has nothing to do with anything that I've said. What have I said concerning that ever? You can't show it. You're just blurting stuff out and you think that's going to work in a debate. It's not going to work in a debate. Maybe it works with the people that you face, but you've never had a real debate.
Because you're just a high priest of Baal who cherry picks scripture.
It's Baal, not Baal. It's Baal.
You make a clown of yourself on, I think it was So Real Show or one of them Shield Squad members radio. When Mikael showed up, he spoke to you in Aramaic and you said,
It's not Aramaic, it's Aramaic, number one. And number two, he claimed he was speaking Hebrew. Number three, he won't let me talk. Number four, he was saying that I was going to Google to look it up. He's like, I see you, you're going to Google. How can you see me when I don't even have my camera on? He did that the first time and I was like, what? He kind of shook me up because I'm thinking, why in the world would he say that I was going to look it up? The next night he tried it again. But this time, I guess I was more prepared. As soon as he said it, I turned my camera on. I showed my desktop was off. It was black. I showed my cell phone. It was off. It was black. And I showed my laptop. Same thing. Nothing was on. But he's saying, I see you Googling it. That's what he said. I don't even have a Google search engine. I don't. I use Bing or something else. I don't even know. But it ain't Google. Wow. You guys are funny.
You never answered him back.
Never said no I never said that. Not at all. Go listen to the show. Don't listen to people. Listen to the show.
You made an excuse on why you didn't know what he was saying when he spoke quite clear.
Actually, he didn't. He was interrupting me for start. And why are you talking about him anyway? That's what I'm curious about. Why are you talking about? You heard something, didn't you, Christopher Harris? The same way you said that I was making a video bashing on black Americans, and Sal said, once I showed him the video, Sal said, you know what, Chris, you were wrong about that. You were adamant about it, but you were wrong. You were deliberately lying. If you're going to call into the show, before you even speak a word, you have to first apologize to Messenger. You don't learn your lesson. You really don't learn your lesson.
That's when I knew you were a fraud. So what you have to do is you have to project yourself onto everybody to make them be afraid of you, to call you out in debate. But I ain't afraid of you. I'm calling you out on the debate based in your book. Based in your New Testament. I'll ragdoll you in the New Testament.
What?
Or just be a coward and run from the debate. Because see, what you guys do is, you guys...
He didn't just call me a coward. After challenging me 3 times to a debate. 3 times. Or at least 3 times. Actually, the first time would be... It is at least 5, to be honest. But 3 formal times. And then running for the hills when I accepted. But he just called me. He literally just called me a coward. Wow.
You guys... Y'all accept the debate, right? And then what you'll do...
Again, who is these you guys?
Is you'll negotiate your way out of the debate by trying to get the person, the A side, which is me, because I've won debate after debate after debate on Debate Talk View Radio.
Well, I beg to differ. You've lost, clearly, quite a number of your debates. Other times you talk to guys who, well, they're not in a position to even defend the truth.
That's not a reach. I'm a champion on there. Not many people can beat me. But what you'll do is you'll agree to the debate. To the A side. Because I'm the A side.
Alright, so this is MVP Christopher Harris. I'm going to run out of time. I'm halfway through. I'm not going to do a third video because this is up to 40 minutes now. I told him many months ago, the guy is an attention whore. He just likes attention. He's got MVP Christopher Harris in the title. He keeps talking about he's a champion. He's the boss. I told him he's the king of worms. He's never had a real debate. I'm listening to him. He just thinks he is the best thing on Debate Talk for You. Well, maybe he is. I don't know. No, actually, I don't think he is. In fact, I know he's not. But he doesn't face anybody that's capable of defending the truth. I'm just sorry.
And then when the A side agrees to the debate, what the B side tries to do, you will be considered the B side. See, I grew up boxing. There's an A side and there's a B side. The A side is normally the champion or the draw. And the B side is usually the challenger. So in this instance, you would be the B side.
Hurry it up.
And the B side has to take the demands of the A side. But then what you try to do is change the venue, change the house rules, so you can negotiate your way out of the fight, like Manny Pacquiao tried to do with Floyd Mayweather.
All right, he's babbling. The bottom line is, if I start sharing the emails, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to waste my whole night dealing with this person. But when I finally, with Surreal saw the emails. I said, okay, we can talk about this, talk about that, talk about that. I know he didn't have a clue. I knew he didn't have a clue about any of the stuff that I presented to him. So he ran. So I said, okay, since you always talk about the deity of Jesus and the Trinity, we'll talk about that. But he ran from that as well. He's probably talking about the latest thing with Sal, where I said, listen, we can do a prove me wrong section. Just prove me wrong. I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to attack you. Just prove me wrong. You're the one that's saying I'm wrong, so prove me wrong. And then I accepted. He wouldn't take it, so I accepted the debate. He wouldn't take that either. So But he's talking about changing rules and all this foolishness. I'm like, well, okay, well, think what you want. But I don't debate fools. That's not going to change regardless how many times you want to challenge me.